Okay. Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Complete Solo Run here in Toontown Rewritten. Today probably not gonna get a lot done as far as toon tasks go because, well, I need to do what, two plus story card buildings and a sub factory. I need lure. Sound wouldn't hurt, but I need lure. Lure is most important, so basically this is just gonna be a podcast, so this is a completely skippable episode. Like most are, anyhow. Oh, well. Shoot. I just... There. So, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about talking about Dead Rising and, well, Dead Rising 4 mainly. And how that series has changed drastically over time. Like, well, first of all, talk about Dead Rising, because I played Dead Rising not that long ago. I mean, I probably played it... I played it after the last episode I uploaded, so... That's somehow quick episode? Well, that's not quick. It's the one for that. I forget the name of it. But who cares? I mean, basically, for those who don't know, Dead Rising is essentially, it's a zombies game. Where, essentially, you're trying to... I'm not good at explaining, as I'm sure at this point you can tell. How would I describe Dead Rising? I mean, it's a zombies game. In Dead Rising 2, which I played Dead Rising 2 and 4. I did not play 1 or 3. I've seen a bit of gameplay from both those games, so I've never actually played them. So, I mean, essentially, you're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse, and for the most part, you're trying to uncover a truth. At least this is what Dead Rising 2 was. I guess so was Dead Rising 4, yeah. Basically, you're trying to uncover the truth of why the zombie apocalypse is going on right now. You probably mean to buy that one. I'll be fine. So essentially, wow, there's no online. I guess it is a school day. It's also a Monday. It's also really early on a Monday. Okay, so basically what you'll do is you'll go around the map, essentially. In Dead Rising 2 it's a mall, in Dead Rising 4 it's a mall plus a few towns. So, I mean, I hesitate to call it, I'll just say the map. You'll go around town, you'll do case missions, you'll make combo weapons. Essentially it's a zombies game that does not take itself too seriously, which is absolutely a good thing. Because, I mean, the gameplay itself is a lot of fun. Now, Dead Rising 4, well, what they did in Dead Rising 2 was essentially you had to find, well, you have to find combo cards as well. Well, I don't know. Let's find this guy. Dead Rising 4 basically just simplified Dead Rising 2 a lot. Like, to make a combo weapon, you used to have to go to, like, a workbench, or... Was it a workbench? I mean, it's a workbench, yes. It's in like, a maintenance area. And you'd go there, you'd put both the combo weapons onto the thing, and you'd make the item. That's how it used to be. Now, you can do that anywhere, which is probably a good change. They've simplified that game franchise so extraordinarily. Like Dead Rising 2, there used to be an overarching time limit. You used to have to do everything in a certain amount of time. Dead Rising 4, there is no time limit. You can explore, do whatever you want. You can wait. You can take as long as you want to do the case missions. You don't need to be constantly switching from one place to another to save X Survivor. Do X Psychopath. Just anything like that, really. So in that way, because really the hardest part of Dead Rising has been the timer, has been overarching entanglement. So getting rid of that, it instantly makes the game a lot easier, just instantly. So now you also have. Ooh, I can click gag. I thought I did. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, no level 2 joined. Nice. So what else is there? Well, as I've kind of said, Dead Rise 2 had survivors. You'd have to go to a certain location to save. Dead Rising 4 has survivors as well, but they're not in X location at X time because there's no overarching time limit. So basically, what Dead Rising 4 does is it has random points where a survivor could be, and they can respawn, essentially. Not only can, they will. In fact, if you want to max out each of your survival shelters, you're gonna have to go to each survivor location probably a few times. Which, okay, I mean, okay. It simplifies it, yes. Does it make it any easier? Yes. Because in order to save the survivor, you just need to clear the zombies out from around them. You don't need to guide them back to the shelter. They will just go on their own. Which, I mean, it simplifies things so much. And to the point where the game's not even really that hard. The combat of Dead Rising has always been fairly easy. I mean, you'll have these guys that shoot at you. These are not zombies. These are like the military people. They will shoot at you. And it is fairly easy to dodge their bullets. It really is. Well, not dodge your bullets. I'm thinking of Mirror's Edge for some reason. It's the bullets that they shoot you. That when they shoot you, it does like no damage. So how getting shot like 8 times does about equivalent to being hit with a baseball bat? I mean, that's about the damage model. I don't know which way that's exaggerated in. It might be exaggerated in the way of how much damage the bullet does, because it doesn't do a whole lot. You can get shot quite a few times before you actually lose a little square of health. Of course, another thing they did was well, let's do this because I can't get any more points. Another thing they did is for the health. It's now a number instead of just a square. Which, I mean, that's probably a good thing. It's probably a good direction to go in. Because, I mean, having like 8 squares of health, it's like, okay. I mean, zombies really could not do much damage. Can't really do that varied damage. Because, essentially, I mean, you can't, well, were there half squares? I think there are not even half squares in the game. This is why I really shouldn't talk about a game I don't know a whole lot about. I mean, this is probably a prime example. Whew. Oh, I didn't check out if I was getting double experience. I think I am, right? I should be. But yeah, I mean, Dead Rising 4. Also, Dead Rising they've replaced psychopaths with maniacs. What psychopaths in Dead Rising 2 at least used to be was essentially it's like an optional mini boss. where it had its own cutscene attached to it. The boss had its own unique style attack, and it, so long as you're playing in single player, and weren't like level 50, they were kind of hard to take down. It it took a lot of strategy to figure out their attack patterns, and it was a lot of fun in order to try to figure out how to take it out. Dead Rising replaced that with Maniacs. Maniacs die in like 3 to 4 hits with an ice or a fire sword, and you really don't learn their attack patterns, and they really aren't that memorable. It's kind of a waste, honestly. I don't know why they did that, because Psychopaths really were a staple of that franchise. That and the frickin' time limit, but that's gone. So, yeah. Now, granted, there is a good amount of weapons in Dead Rising 4. There's always been a good amount of weapons in the Dead Rising series. They've always had a lot of weapons, a lot of combo weapons, just to add just randomness and silliness to the game, which is great. For a game, it's fun. It's a fun game. The problem is that they've really taken out the challenge, and you can have fun with the game, but if the gameplay is too easy, the fun basically becomes repetitive grinding. It's like, okay, oh man, I shot this weird explodey reef at a bunch of zombies and they all went flying and died. Wow, I've only done that 73 times. It's just like, the wackiness and silliness falls off a cliff eventually if there's no challenge to the game. And there really isn't much challenge to the game. I don't think I died in that game. Whereas in Dead Rising 2, God, I died so many times in that game. It's also, well, actually, I don't even know. Because I've never died in Dead Rising 4, I don't know where it spawns you when you die. I don't know if it just, like, says, hey, you died, whatever. We'll go and put you back to basically where you were. Or if it's, okay, well, last safe house you're at? Yeah, we'll just go and respawn you from there. I have no idea. I've not died in that game. Now, they are adding difficulty levels to the game, which is interesting, because Dead Rising has never had a difficulty level. It's always been basically first playthrough of Dead Rising used to be a tough and frustrating playthrough, because you would never really have success in that first playthrough. Toon memory game. Toon memory game. Alright, let's do it. Okay, banana, feather, tune up 2, lure 1, throw, tune up 2. You tune up 2? Yes, you were. Okay. Squirting flower. Tune up 2, got rid of that, or tune up 2. Lure. Were you lure? You were not lure. Were you lure? Hold on. You were lure. Well, why'd I do that? That was stupid. Alright. Flower, throw, your throw. Sound, lure, throw. Sound, lure, throw. I got rid of the pie. Drop, your drop. I'm not doing very well. Tune up 2. Hold on. You're tune up 2. No, you tune up 2. No, are you tune up 2? You're tune up 2, okay. Oh, nice. I get a lucky match, okay. Feather, your feather. Oh god, the invasion ended. I gotta switch districts. Hold on, where are you? Sound, lure, throw, your throw. And your sound. You are banana, your lure. So banana, lure, banana. Nice. Okay. Lure, lure, sweet. Drop, feather, trap, feather. Sound, thingy, your trap. I'll flip. I'll flip. I'll flip. I'll flip. I don't have any. I don't have good memory. What? Come on. Jesus, I tried to fail that. I still tried. Okay, so I mean, that's basically all I want to say about Dead Rising 4. It's a fun game. It's just too easy. Now, if they add difficulty levels, maybe that will make it a little better. Maybe that'll make the game more enjoyable. Because the gameplay itself is fun. It's just it's way too easy. I mean, way too easy. Invasion. We can do the flunky invasion. Screw it. Flip. We could probably just do the flunkies outright. I'm not going to, but we probably could. So, I mean, yeah. There also is no co-op campaign, which I loved the co-op campaign in Dead Rising 2. That was a lot. It was a lot of fun doing co-op for Dead Rising 2. And that's probably my favorite way to enjoy Dead Rising 2 is in co-op. Because first of all, co-op makes the game easier, yes. Which did I just claim that Dead Rising 4 is too easy? Yeah, but I wouldn't need the game to be easier if the game... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Dead Rising 4 is too easy, Dead Rising 2 is hard, because really, Dead Rising 2... I mean, granted, the killing the zombie combat, that's always been easy. It's always been easy to kill zombies. Granted, you'll take damage every now and then, but that's always been easy. So... I mean, yeah, I liked the game. They also didn't have overtime mode, which they're apparently going to sell as DLC, which is stupid. I don't know. I don't think they should do that. That's incredibly lame if they're going to do that. But whatever. Now that I've rambled on about freaking Dead Rising, let's talk a bit about Mirror's Edge. Basically, this is just going to be the two games that are essentially AAA titles that really underperformed. I mean, really underperformed. Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge, the gameplay of the game is fun. The free running and that crap is a lot of fun. And with the addition of the... what was it? Runner's Vision? Runner's Vision, yeah. We're with the runner's path, really. That says, hey dummy, this is the way to get to where you're trying to go. That is really helpful. Now, granted, are there shortcuts past that? Yes. But the free running and the parkouring and that stuff is a lot of fun. What's not fun is the combat. The combat is a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's just... If you haven't seen the combat, look up the combat of Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, I should say. Basically, you throw an enemy at another enemy. They hit each other and go, oh, no, I've run into my teammate. I'm gonna ragdoll now. And then they just die. And that's the combat. It's like, okay. Well, why? Granted, I would say the combat in the original Mirror's Edge might have been a little too hard. It might have been a little too hard. Now, to substitute that with what have they done with freaking Mirror's Edge? With Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I guess there's a theme going here. Combat's getting easier, because that's just the way video games... What's happening in video games? Video games getting easier. Which, to a degree, I don't mind. But you've got to add some sort of challenge to the game. You've got to do it. I should not be able to beat a game without dying. Granted, I've died several times in Mirror's Edge, but that's jumping off a cliff, not to actual combat. Because, granted, I'm not that far in the game. I think, the game says I'm 30% through the campaign. I think 31 actually, but something like that. So I'm not incredibly far into the game. I've only started playing it, what, yesterday? It in itself, I mean, I enjoy the free running. I enjoy the time trials. The time trials, that's fun. That side content's fun. Hey, deliver this package in like 43 seconds, which it's essentially a time trial, but it's not. I mean, it is basically a time trial in disguise. And while I like the time trials, that's because you can explore it, you can get freedom with it. I'm like, okay, I can take this path. You can map out your path. With the, hey, deliver this fragile package. I mean, if you don't make it the time limit, it's just gonna auto disqualify you. So you can't map out your path. You can't figure out, okay, the line wants to take this way, but if I take this way is slightly shorter. It's a shortcut, and okay, yeah, that should work. You can't do that with a fragile package. So, But I mean, yeah, the free running is fun. It feels smooth. Granted, there are times where it's like, okay, I just teleported here. Okay, yep, totally. I've noticed a few graphical glitches, as in, there are times where everything will just become the wrong color, which is, I'm not sure how you do that. I don't know how that even happens, but, you know. I think it's anything that changed color, changed the wrong color, is what happened. Like the lighting effects, the billboards, crap like that. Granted, I've only seen it once, but it didn't fix itself, so I had to reset the game. I mean, other than that, I like the free running. I like the free running. The combat, oh my god, like, I hate the combat of that game. It's not even because the combat's, like, I hate the combat of Dark Souls, because combat of Dark Souls is... I mean... The combat of Dark Souls, it's designed to be frustrating. The controls are designed terribly to make the game harder. Okay? But, I mean, the combat of Dark Souls is hard. Whilst it's designed hard because the controls are garbage and it's meant to be an impossible game, essentially. At Mirror's Edge, I mean, the controls are kind of there. You've got, what, a light attack, a heavy attack, I think you got a few combos, and... I mean, that's... You can also shift around your enemies, so you can jump around them, and then throw them at somebody else. It's not really lacking control so much. It's lacking fun. Because it's just hold Y and the direction of another enemy, and they will run into each other and take massive damage. It's... yeah. That's the combat. Or you can grab them. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna punch you off this cliff. And then they fall off the cliff, and it's like, yay. I knocked a guy off a cliff. Woo! Oh god, why is he joining the fight? I'm out of gags, pencil pusher. Good god. It's a lot of work to grind these gags. My god. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, that's all the games I really wanted to talk about. I don't think I've talked about Grand Prix Rockin' Racing. I might have. Jesus Christ, is that game bad. Oh my god. I don't think you could have made a worse game oh, sorry. I don't think you could have made a worse game that functions if you tried. Oh god, match mini. Oh god, I haven't played this game forever. Okay. Oh god. Left, right. I disagree. Left, right, left, right. Okay. Left, right, down, up. So 1, 2, 1, 2, up. Weird. I feel like we had the same glitch. There we go. Did I win? I think I won. Yeah, I win! Okay. Why are you playing again? But yeah, if you ever want a racing game, and you see Grand Prix Rockin' Racing and think, oh hey, you know what, this game, you know, it kind of reminds me of you know, retro gaming. Yeah, yeah, like you know, like that one arcade game. That's the racing game where you can see the entire screen, and you drive a car, and I don't know what the game's called. But, I mean, ideally it's supposed to give you a feel of retro racing. I'm pretty sure this game would have been bad by those standards. I can't walk under the bridge? Really? You can't walk under the bridge. What the heck? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you could walk under that bridge. I swore I did. I swore you could in Toontown Online. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hmm. Oh, well. But yeah, if you haven't seen this game, which I don't know why you would have, look it up. Oh hey, the game actually crashed. Wow. That was like 29 minutes of straight recording without the game crashing. I don't believe it. Wow. So I've given my rant about Grand Prix Rockin' Racing, twice now. First time I forgot to record, second time I forgot to unmute the mic. Lovely. That's great. Super excellent. Oh, so basically I've made some progress, as you can tell. Lovely. Well, Grand Prix Rockin' Racing off-road. Grand Prix off-road. Rockin' Racing off-road, sorry. Whichever the name that game is, I don't care anymore. But good God, are both of those games terrible. Okay. So, I guess I have to go through this rant for the third time. Yay. Basically, with the Rock and Racing series of games, the two of them are supposed to be. That guy's just gonna walk through battle. It's like, I don't need this battle. Is supposed to be kind of like a classic racing game, like an old school racing game, kind of like on the NES, that style of game. Oh, don't say this again. My God. I might just read the freaking review I wrote of this game. Anyhow. Well, basically, Rock and Racing Off-Road, at least. Rock and Racing Off-Road and Grand Prix Rock and Racing are essentially the same game, except Rock and Racing Off-Road is an 8-car race that's off-road. The Grand Prix Rock and Racing, it's on like a more Grand Prix style track, kind of like an F1 style track, with 20 cars. Past that, they have a different narrator, I'm gonna call it, because he's not really an announcer. Because announcer announces what's going on, not repeats the same 3 lines of dialogue over and over and over and over and over and over again. And of course, before every race, well, when you say, hey, let's start the race, you are of course greeted with, let's go! Which, okay. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, you get used to that. I mean, you can absolutely get used to hearing let's go a lot. I mean, I've played tennis. I've played doubles tennis for, what, 4 years? Yeah, for 4 years. I'm used to hearing let's go. Granted, it's more of a, it's more enthusiastic and than that, but it's more meaningful instead of let's go to action. It's more like, come on, let's go. But me. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk more about off-road DX than Grand Prix Rock and Racing. It's the same game, okay? Anything I say for off-road, take that into account for Grand Prix. If I will comment on anything that's not. So basically, Rock and Racing. My God, that's the right thing. I thought it said Grand Prix for some reason. But yeah, Rock and Racing Off-Road. It's supposed to be a top-down game where you drive a car around a dirt track and you try to beat your opponents to the finish line. Yay, most racing games in a nutshell. And if you ask the developers of the game, in the description of the game, all 3 developers who made the code, they will tell you that this game has realistic physics. Yeah. It does not. If Trackman Turbo taught me anything, it'd say you can't cheat physics, but good God, this game tries. So, I mean, there are 3 game modes in both this game as well as Grand Prix Rock and Racing. There's career, time trial, and multiplayer. Multiplayer, of course, being offline multiplayer, because, screw you, that's why. So, in off-road, there are 5 basically series of 4 tracks. Kind of like Mario Kart, where you got series of 4 tracks. Granted, Mario Kart's track design is a lot better. I mean, the track design in this game, essentially, you've got humps. Sometimes you have sections of the track that overlap with each other. Like, the track design isn't bad. But there are 2 things that you need in a racing game in order for it to be considered a racing game, and that is, well, I mean, the AI to race against, and the ability to control your car. So, starting with the AI. The AI are so amazingly bad that, like, I've never seen AI this so bad in my life. As for a race game, at least. I mean, the AI in Mirror's Edge are pretty freaking dumb. But I feel like they're intentionally dumb. To make the combat, because I mean, Mirror's Edge, you don't really want the combat to be that apparent, because it's not a combat-oriented game. It's a free-running game. But the AI in this game are so bad, they will just completely take each other out. They will crash into the barrier, you know, just stand perfectly parked on the race line, because, you know, why not? They will fail to make any acute angle turn, as I don't think they can brake. I've never seen the AI actually brake. They will just, if they see an acute angle turn, they will just hit the barrier. Just fly out into the barrier, and it's like, okay. Yeah, you did good. Congrats on that turn, bud. And I mean, yeah, I've never before playing this game played a game where I was able to lap a car on lap 1. I should say, I've never been to lap an AI car before on lap 1. This is my lap 1, not their lap 1, my lap 1. But this happens incredibly often in off-road DX. A lot less so in I didn't mean to join the freaking battle flip. I'll lure. Oh, you're luring? Well, I wanted to sound, so I'll pass. Oh, flip, I'm in the wrong district. Let me get out of this district, hold on. The controls, really, there's no consistency whatsoever. I'll just end the episode here, I guess. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I think I'll carry on for about 5 minutes. Okay, recording, mic's on, we're good. Okay, thank God. So, controls, terrible. There's no consistency. The game gives you zero indication of what lap you're on, how many laps there are, which car is yours, and well, the game in Grand Prix Rockin' Racing tells you what place you're in. Kind of. It's incredibly glitchy and barely works, but it tells you what place you're in. Off-road Racing doesn't even get that. I'm in the wrong district. Cream. Okay, I don't know what I walked into there. We're just gonna run? And then run again? And okay. Yep. Okay. So we've been completely derailed. And this is a children's game. Jesus Christ. So control's terrible. There's no, well, as far as I know, there's no reset button. the handling is incredibly unpredictable, and though you probably won't notice that the handling is, well, it's unpredictable because you're too busy being stuck in a barrier. It's terrible. Oh, if you press restart, by the way, it restarts the entire championship and not just the individual race, so be warned. There's also a time trial mode, where, by the way, don't think that being in time trial mode will stop Mr. Announcer Guy from telling you how amazing this race is. I mean, just don't. Because he's going to tell you how amazing this race is. And yeah. Yeah. It's terrible. So, we're done stuffing through the cups and, watching the credits after every single cup for no real reason. Take this game to your friends and then force them to play through this incredibly terrible game and make them question why they ever came over or why they're even friends with you in the first place. Or, you can also say, hey, if they just say that they've played the worst game ever, show them that they are wrong with this multiplayer mode. I mean, even talking about, like, Homefront, the Revolution. I mean, this game is far worse than Homefront was. Is it worse than Big Rigs Over the Road, but through everything else racing? Probably not. That game's not functional. This is the worst functional game. Okay. Oh, God. But yeah. But you know what? You can have 8-player local multiplayer. Maybe. I mean, developers say you can only have 5, but that's probably because they only had 5 people on staff who made the game. And, I mean, they really didn't have the manpower to test if you could do 8-player multiplayer. So, yeah. I mean, this game is absolutely terrible and can really only be enjoyed by having a few friends over, laughing how bad the game is. Cause it's about as good as Ricardo's pit stop in the Monaco Grand Prix. The game is really that far off the pace. Yeah. It's quite bad. Yeah. And that's all to say about it. Oh my god. Ugh. Bit tired. Well, now I've basically reviewed 3 games essentially. 2 of them I know what I was talking about. Because, I mean, I played Horizon 4 and Mirror's Edge as well. I've played them. I understand the gist of them. I understand what I like about it, what I hate about it. It's just conveying that in a point that is apparent is the hard part. Now, I should probably... Well, let's make sure... Well, I'll do one more, and then call it an episode, because this is going a little long now. With YouTube's freaking, hey, you can only upload at an hour in a video for some reason. Which, I say that's probably a good thing. Because no one's going to watch more than an hour of Toontown. Honestly, I don't even think people are going to watch 15 minutes. The reason why you would is for, like, a VP. Like, when I'm selling a VP, I'm sure that will be a lot more successful than me training gags for an hour. Yay! I hate this game. Woo! What a great game! Woo! Yay! My lure missed again. I should probably water my gags. Aren't they organic? Is my lure organic? I watered them like a week ago. How long do your plants stay watered? I guess not very long. Well, for something I record once a week, am I ever gonna have organic gags? My god. Or maybe the trees aren't developed yet? Who knows? I'll go check that out once it goes cog, I guess. Now I've been well, I say recording for a while. I've been recording for what? 43 minutes as far as the episode is concerned. Recording a lot longer for that. You can only take so much Toontown. Grinding in Toontown, that is. Not even, you know, progressing the tasks. Grinding. I clicked go home. I didn't click go home. I know I didn't. Hey, it's a butterfly. Whoa. No, they're all watered. That's bizarre. Maybe I had to go back to my house in order to see that they were organic, in order to make them organic. Who knows? Oh, no skill up. So while doing well, #1 in the Central Division. I believe they have 3 games in hand over Chicago and are 2 points up. So thank God. Sorry, 4 points up on Chicago. And yeah. A goal differential of 51. Just amazing. To think this team lost 13 out of 14 games at some point last year. They haven't even lost. Well, that's not true. They've lost 16 games so far this season, counting the 5 they lost in overtime. And let me make sure I watered this one to its fullest. I'm not sure if I did or not. Nope, I did. Okay. This is still worth 2. Yep, still worth 2. Okay. So that has been this episode of Let's Ramble About Random Things and pretend that we're playing Toontown Rewritten, because we're really just grinding in the game. I will see you guys later.